So it's been about 1 week since I returned from Florida after attending the nasal cranial release technique, and I wanted to give it a full week's time period to see if the results that I received from this have been sustained throughout the entire week, which it has, and I'll talk about in a minute. One of my patients had told me about this, and although I was familiar with the technique, I'd never really looked into it in too much detail. However, due to my own selfish reasons, because I had developed obstructive sleep apnea, so what was happening at night as as I aged, and I've had some trauma to the head and neck, that I had changes in my breathing ability. And it wasn't so much during the inhalation portion of breathing, it was during the exhale. So what was happening is the passages that were in what's called the pharynx area behind the nasal passages were actually, the muscles in that area were actually relaxing, and it wasn't allowing the air to come out. And I had tried several different devices such as CPAP machine. However, that is just trying to force air into an already narrow canal, and it didn't really work too well for me. So I was looking for another alternative. And again, the importance of having an open passageway, especially at night when you're sleeping, is so that your brain can get the amount of oxygen that it needs to maintain its health. And what happens is, with sleep apnea, is you're actually robbing the brain, and over a period of time, the brain will start to degenerate due to that lack of oxygen that it's getting, and that has been shown to be one of the major drivers of dementia, Alzheimer's disease, is obstructive sleep apnea, amongst other things. As I was attending the course, I was a little bit apprehensive after hearing so many stories. But the way I looked at it is, this procedure has been around since the early 1900s, and there's been over thousands of people that have had this procedure done. But I knew that I could get through it, no problem. It was a little bit uncomfortable, but it wasn't painful. It was just pressure, which was in the sinuses, and it was over within a few seconds. And I know throughout my life I had things a lot worse than what I could take for like 3 seconds of a little bit of pressure inside the sinus. Since I've had the procedure done, I would have to say that the results that I obtained, I didn't notice it at first, like the weekend I was there, but the morning I got back, normally I'm up very early, and like this time I actually slept through my alarm clock, which I never do. So I actually got a good night's sleep, and I attribute that to actually getting a good amount of oxygen supply during the night when I was sleeping. So I'm happy to report that it was very much a success for me, and I look forward to helping a lot of patients with this procedure in the future.